did we help you specifically on the interview prep, which you think kind of led to that offer here?
I've been doing this a long time. I have 30 some odd plus years of scuffs on my helmet. So, the assumption is I know everything. I know how to do this. I quickly kind of figured out that while I know this, I needed help. And so at the end of the day, I think the best thing that this program has helped me with was process, getting the resume in good order. And by good order, I mean the order that it needs to be in for what the environment needs it to be now. Not how I need it to look, not how a specific company wants it to look, but where it needs, how and what it needs to look like to be successful. Because when I got it back, it looked completely different than what I thought it should look like. It looked completely different than how I would have ever put one together. And so that was a great process. My LinkedIn was completely redone, completely different than what I would have done, and that was successful. And so it was that part of the process. The other
Where'd
part
you get
of it
the offer from? Where'd the offer come from? Did it come from the automated system? Did it come from a job app? Did someone reach out for you? Did it come from your personal network?
So it came from my personal network. I have well over 2,500 contacts within LinkedIn. As I said, with 30 years of experience, I've got a pretty significant network. So it came from my own personal network, and I'm in the wealth management business, have been for many years, and financial services for all of that entire time. But at the end of the day, what ECU has done for me is it really encapsulated a process, and I'm very process oriented, or need to be process oriented. And it just really helped make this, put a framework for me together for making it a job. And I don't mean that from an 8 to 5 perspective, but it put a process together for me. And I will say that, Tim, without hesitation, that module 4 was the most impactful. Follow this like you're going to follow the steps of putting something together from IKEA, man, right? It was just do the work. Going through each of those modules, it's easy to just listen to it, go to the next one, listen to it, go to the next one, and feel like you've accomplished something. But each time, Tim Madden says in the modules, don't just listen to this, go back and listen to it again. I got sick of hearing that. I got to be honest, but it was the God's honest truth. And I would get through with an interview, and I'd go back and take all my notes, and I'd send my thank yous, and then I'd go back and listen to that module 4 and see where I might have made a mistake or I needed to make an adjustment. Not being paid to do this. I just signed my offer the last week, but I was really happy to jump on and talk about this process. The modules are critically important. Following the process that Tim has laid out in these modules. I will tell you again, with 30 years of experience, I was skeptical, but I followed it religiously, and it is without hesitation the way, right? The resume process worked. That was a step in the process, but these modules are the way. The key to it, though, is Tim's team. That's still the people, right? Everyone talks about the AI behind everything and how we're all going to be replaced with AI. I don't believe that for a moment. We may have different jobs, we may be doing different work, but this is still, right? We're still in a people business, at least in my business. AI is going to help us do better work in most industries, but within Tim's world and in ECU, the people he has working with and for him are critically important. And for those of you that move forward with ECU and are using ECU, I would highly recommend leveraging every piece of the services that they offer. And the people behind those are the critical points to make contact and leverage the people behind them.
You brought up, I say one thing a lot too. I say people need to be reminded more than they need to be taught. I wish, Tony, we could just go and read something and say, okay, I know it forever, but what a lot of people do is they don't read it and actually take action and then actually follow through and remember. And that was critical, just like you said, on those interviewing modules. And hey, Another thing, Guy's done 30 years of building relationships with people. And he was one of the 21% where it came from his personal network. But without a process in place, because I know this, all of you have been in business for 20 or 30 years, but most of you just don't have a process to follow. So Guy, thank you so much for coming on, sharing your experience. I wish you the best of luck in your new opportunity.